This one behind me is the Decoy Board, and it's at 9 degrees at Enoggera. The Decoy Board is super fun to climb on. You can use lots of heel hooks, toe hooks. You sort of have to use your body in quite interesting ways. So I think the variety is good, and you might have to do a high heel or that sort of thing. I think that's pretty cool. So it is pretty steep and probably kind of hard. So a little bit of a high barrier to entry, although I think there is some easier climbs like V1, V2 on there, but it also is quite technical how you've got to use your feet and stuff. So it's probably sort of an intermediate level climber, someone who's climbed on a board a couple of times, you might enjoy coming down here and trying this one.
This board behind me is the Tension Board 2, and this is at Urban Climb in Newstead. The TB2 is probably a good place to start for people who are just getting into board climbing, but the problem is at the moment they've got it set at 45 degrees. You can see it's pretty steep. So at the moment, even V1, V2 are pretty hard, and they're going to give your arms a good workout. But once they start adjusting it, then when you go to sort of 20, 25 degrees, it's going to be a really good board for people to learn, because the holds are designed to be ergonomic. So they're designed not to hurt your fingers, to be nice on the skin, especially the wooden holds. Now I'm at Rock Sports in Fortitude Valley, and they have a 2019 MoonBoard, which is the one behind me. And then they also have a Tension Board 1. The MoonBoard is set at 40 degrees. It's pretty hard. It starts at V3 on the 2019 set, and it's pretty hard V3. So quite a high barrier to entry if you're going on this board. It's probably better if you're a more experienced climber, or if you're someone who's building up their board strength and is happy to be a little bit humbled. The MoonBoard is designed to be more focused on training for outdoor climbing. So there's some smaller crimps. It feels really insecure when you're climbing, and some of the holds feel slipperier, but it's really good training for outside. And they've got actually at Rock Sports both the 2019 hold set and the 2024. So they actually swap between them, which is pretty cool. At the moment it's on the 2019, but soon they're going to change it to the 2024, and it'll stay like that for a while. With the Tension Board 1, the one that they have at Rock Sports is actually the home board setup. So it's a little bit shorter, maybe 10 feet, and it's set to 20 degrees. The TB1 hold set is actually all wooden holds, so they're really nice on your skin. There is some small crimps, but there's also like some big round slopers. So it's a really good board to train a lot on, because your hands don't get that sore, your fingers don't get that impacted, and you're able to keep your skin. The Tension Board 1, especially set at 20 degrees, is definitely one of the more accessible boards if you're just starting out board climbing, or you're sort of pretty new to climbing, but you really want to try climbing on a board, and you're still learning to keep the tension with your feet. You're learning footwork as well, but not at the expense of getting really tired like you do if it's like 40 degrees or 45 degrees. Today I'm at 9 degrees Morningside, where they have a kilter board. At the moment it's on 40 degrees, but they actually have a little remote so you can move it up and down. The kilter board is a really good beginner board because it's got big holes, they're all pretty smooth, and they've got a good spread of grades. So starting from V0 going all the way up to crazy hard, but it's just a really good place to start if you want to go for your first board session. The style on the kilter board is a little bit different to some of the other boards. It's less about keeping that tension and more about doing big dynamic moves and dead points. So you're kind of jumping between holds, you might be cutting loose, and it's really fun, especially if you like that modern competition style of bouldering with dynos and stuff like that. We're really lucky in Brisbane to have access to all of these different boards across the gyms, and there's actually even more if you start going to the Sunshine Coast or the Gold Coast. So if you want to chat more about the boards, or you need hand picking the right shoes to board climb on, come down to K2, go up to the climbing area, and the team can help you out.